They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Russell buries the deep ball.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Shooting two.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Still a sliver of hope.
And it has to be a quick hitter. There is no time to waste.
Here's the screen. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul, third team foul.
Shooting two.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Here's Barnes. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Russell.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Shooting two.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie Laforce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, T.
So glad to have you with us on this journey. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And some notable injuries for both teams as we take a look at the players unavailable for tonight's game.
And you hope to be healthy to start the season. However, both teams find themselves at less than full strength.
Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's the natural in at the power forward. We've got Davis, and it's Big Dog in at the 1. The first third of an NBA season, Grant, it sort of sets the foundation for the year's power structure.
Oh, that's so true, B.A. We start to see which team... are elite, who's running the show, and we find out who needs to think about making some changes. Here we go.
Here's T. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Here's Davis. Pass to the gray one. To the left side wing. And he goes in for the dunk.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
The 3 ball. Nails it from 3. The great one's got 5 now.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Goose. Here's T. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Big Dog. Here's the great one. Shot clock at 5. Here's Roach. Buries it down low.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's the natural. Here's T. Off target from 3-point range. Pass to the great one. Deflects the pass. And there's the screen. And Clay stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen. Gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Rose outside. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The three is up. Fires in the triple. And that's now 6 points now for T.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Roach. Here's Big Dog. Fires the three. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Now here's Rose. Here's the Wizard. Pure from 3-point range.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Here's Big Dog. Pass to Roach. Here's the great one. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 14. And Goose pulls it down. Gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Rose, the pass to Goose. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Outside Davis. Here's Big Dog. Still no points. Pass to Roach. The ball's knocked loose. Here's T. And he drives in.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points.
And this is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
There's a minute 59 left in the first. Pass to the great one. Here's Big Dog. Out to the right wing. Here's the great one. He's got 5. Big Dog, good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. From deep three-point land. That one no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Roach. Here's Big Red. Here's Perez. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the great one. The rebound by the natural.
Ball is turned over. Home team ball. Substitution for the away team. Number 41. Raja. Number 41.
Gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Big Dog. Pass to the great one. 44 seconds left in the opening quarter. No good with a layup.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
The effort on the glass, fantastic. Helps him overcome the size disparity.
Here's Big Dog. They set the pick to the inside. Here's Big Red. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
The Wizard passes to T. Here's the Wizard. It's picked off. Here's Big Dog. Here's the great one. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. leading by just 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And it's Rose in at the shooting guard position. Pass to T. The 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose.
3 points.
Rose has got his 3rd assist of the night. Here's the great one. Now Davis. Five to shoot. 3-pointer. The great one can't get it to go.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
On Tuesday, then on Tuesday.
And now that's his 2nd foul, so they're going to have to navigate that as this game progresses here in the next couple minutes.
Shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Out to the wing. Good to see it fall for him. Now 3 for 9. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class. But quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. Pass to Perez. Here's Big Dog. Big Red, the pass to Big Dog. Here's the great one. He's got 7. A shot from the high post. Will not go. Misses off the front iron.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Pass to T. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Perez. Gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. The great one passes to Davis. Here's the great one. Here's Big Red. On the wing, Davis. From deep. The great one can't get it to go.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Pass to T. Here's the waiter. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. All right, time for an injury report.
They let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Nobody wants an injury, especially this early in the season, but the good news, he's been cleared by the training staff to play through it. Guys?
Allie, thanks for the info. Obviously, guys, you hate to see an injury like this.
Yeah, just so tough. It comes with the territory of being a professional athlete. But yes, here's hoping he recovers soon.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Here's Perez. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And there's a pick. Here's the teardrop. The great one can't get it to go.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
He's gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Here's T. And the layup is good. T's got 13.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
Outside Davis. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's the Wizard. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. The waiter, no good.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Here's Big Dog. Pass to Big Red. Here's the great one. Good D by Rose. Gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Here's the Wizard. Back to Rose. The Wizard passes to the waiter. Puts up a 3 with the putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Goose has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. Davis. And Davis slams it home.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to the natural. Jacks up a 3. Rose with the bucket.
3.
Gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's the great one, guarded by Rose. Here he goes. Pass to Big Red. From outside the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached halftime in this one. Up 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. Let's start out with a look at the recently announced Players of the Week. In the East, the Doctor.
Plenty of L-O-V-E. That's what you can do about this game. Love it. Because that combination of skill and size, man, that big fella is taking care of business. Game in and game out.
Yeah, and that, really, that C-O-N-S-I-S-T-E-N. Anyway, consistency.
There you go.
That's what it's all about. All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the home team.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix if you want to, but I'm not seeing a lot of want to from them.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Shooting 40% from the field in this one. We've got Davis, and it's the great one in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. No problems knocking that one down. Davis has got his second basket of the game.
And just using the size advantage he has, I mean, he can easily see over the defense.
Man, he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
Here's the natural. Yet to see a basket. Pass to T. Here's the Wizard. This one for 3. No good on the shot. Here's Roach. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Here's Roach. Here's Big Dog. Pass to Roach. Here's the great one. Three-pointer. And the Wizard pulls it down. Gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Pass to T. Back to Rose. Gets the 3-ball to go. Rose has got 6.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Roach. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Blocked! And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with a block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Here's Big Dog. Pass to the great one. 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. And the Wizard pulls it down. The Wizards got 4 rebounds now. Down low. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. He goes up. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Pass to the natural. Here's T. Here's Goose. Sinks it from distance. Goose has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Perez. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's Goose. Beyond the arc. On target from range. Goose has got 6 points in the quarter.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Big Dog passes to the great one. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the NBA understands its future is electronic. Commissioner Adam Silver said the vast majority of people consume us through media, not in person. Our social media audience is the highest of any league and continuing to grow exponentially. So there's no lack of interest in this game. Back to you.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Great positioning on the putback.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
Pass to Goose. Here's the Wizard. There's the 3. Rebounded by Perez. Perez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
Here's the great one. 9 points in the game. Second shot opportunity. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And that one misses. Good on the second one. We've got 1:08 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Chambers. Here's the Wizard. Here's the natural. The waiter. Pass to Chambers. No good on the triple. Going 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Roach. And the Wizard pulls it down. Gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Here's the waiter. Banked it in off the glass. The Waiters got this first bucket of the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to the Great One. From deep, pocket 6. Roach can't get it to go. Here's the waiter. It's tipped. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Leading by 9. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's the Wizard in the point. Pass to the natural. Here's the Wizard. Here's Goose. Check by Davis. Goose. Can't connect from 14. Shooting about 41% to the inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Pass to the waiter. There's a screen from behind the arc. Davis with a rebound.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Here's the Great One. Here's the 3. Fires in the triple.
Boy, that's his second 3. First of this half, though.
Shooting a solid 47%. Pass to the natural. Here's Goose. Check by Davis. From deep, Rose. No good. Final quarter of play. About a minute and a half off the clock.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
The Wizard passes to Rose. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Davis. No good. That would have tied it. Gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Rose, the pass to the Wizard. Here's Goose. Puts it up from 12. Missed it. 4 for 7 so far in this one. Here's the Great One. Guarded by Rose. To take the lead. Shot's good by the Great One.
Boy, after making 1 3 in the first half, he's knocked down 2 in the second.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error.
Please give a big round of applause for your dance team.
coaches will make substitutions. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Rose outside. Pass to the Wizard. Here's T to stop the drought. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he drops the first. And the second free throw is good. And he nails the third. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Here's Roach. Six on the shot clock. Oh, he missed the jumper. Got nothing to fall in this fourth quarter. 0 of 5. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Here's the natural. Check by Davis. Puts it up from 12. Cleared away by Davis. Gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Here's Big Dog. 18 feet out. Not that time.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Now here's Rose. He launches. Shot's no good. Going 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Shoots a 3. The triple drops.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. They set a pick. Flushes it down with both hands. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
That's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Here's the great one, guarded by Rose. Ball stolen. Jacks up a 3. Oh, the shot is off.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking.
Intercepted. And here comes the break. Takes a 3. Ooh, it misses.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Davis outside. Here's the great one. No.
And he's easily led the way on the boards tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
Number 0, Perez.
And And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Shoot two.
The first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up two. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
So they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the winner.
Here's Big Dog. The visiting club takes the win on the road. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And time now to present our player of the game.
coming right up. Every game presents another chance to improve and refine their brand of basketball. They want to win each half, each quarter, each minute, each possession. Coming right up after this. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
Well, right now, for this home ball club, they're just hanging steady. Middle of the path, middle of the road, call it what you want. That's where they find themselves.
Now the starting group for the visitors. You know, these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone in. It makes those teams that much more difficult to defend.
Here is Skinny. Pass to Big Red. Shot clock at 6. Here is Skinny. And Blackman pulls it down. Releases. Doesn't go that time. Here is Skinny. Pass to the Professor. Here is Skinny. Duncan defending. Puts up a deep 3. The shot that time not on target. Here's Blackman. No good on the three. From past the arc. Can't get it to go. He's taken two and missed two. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. On the wing, Duncan. Pass to Blackman. Here's the teardrop. And Duncan lays it in.
And you hope that this inspires the offense. The game is about putting it in the basket, and that first bucket took a while.
Launches a three. Duncan with some nice D.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first man.
Screen by Duncan. From the line, and the jumper is good.
That's more than enough space for him to get that shot.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Please give a big round of applause for your UBA squad.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. There's the pick to the middle. Here's Big Red, and he jams it with authority.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Duncan. Screen by Duncan.